Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a really cool show on tap for you this evening. This one is actually about crystals, essential oils, what they're used for, and how powerful they can be. So we'll just get right to it. And as always, thank you so much for joining us. There are a billion different essential oils, crystals that are out there. And really when it all boils down to it, I can't talk about all the different ones out there. There are so many different ones. But what I can tell you is that the different areas in which they are used and actually where I use them too to help me because they are extremely beneficial to anyone and everyone that is actually either going through the ascension process or trying to become a medium. They're helpful. And really, what they're so helpful in is helping you raise your vibration in whatever capacity you choose to use them. And there are many different ways that you can use them. No right or wrong in any way you choose to use them, but either way, it's going to be helpful. Crystals, the ones I use the most are amethyst, clear crystal quartz, rose quartz, and labradorite. Amethyst and labradorite. Well, I'll tell you this: all of my crystals, I do have a number of them, and you can get crystals that are specifically used for the different chakras that you have, or you can just get really whatever you feel drawn to. So if you go to a crystal store to get them, um, I encourage you to just simply spend a few minutes with the crystal and see if you can feel it. Feel its energy. See if it talks to you. Not physically talks to you, but see if it resonates with your energy. See what you like. There's no right or wrong here. It's just whatever you prefer. The ones that I use in the crystal aspect is amethyst, labradorite, clear quartz, rose quartz, and what I use them primarily for, like the rose quartz. I use that because I can feel that energy very strongly in my hand when I hold my rose quartz crystal. It's probably the size of my palm. Um, pretty decent sized. I mean, nothing major, but it's about the size of my palm. And when I hold that thing, I literally can feel that energy just pulsing through my hand, and it's really cool. We'll also talk about different ways that you can take care and maintain them, which is pretty cool. Um, and because that actually is an aspect that I recommend. I've noticed that when I do actually cleanse these crystals, the energy in them comes back, or they absorb more of that energy, and then I can feel it again. So that's definitely an aspect that I want to go over and cover, and we'll do that now. So first, crystals. What are they used for? They are used for raising your vibrations. Some are used for healing purposes, and some, like black tamberline, are used for protection. So if you get the black tamberline, you literally can take that crystal, and when you're feeling negative energy, you can take that crystal and literally just slice it down your aura. So almost like a knife, you take the crystal and you just run it down your aura, and you can feel it begin to literally cleanse your energy, your aura. You can feel the negativity begin to dissipate, and a sense of calmness and peacefulness come over you, which is, it's pretty interesting to try, and I recommend it. Now, some things to understand are, well, as we know, everything on this planet vibrates. We already know that. It's a universal law. These crystals are no different. What is different about the crystals is that they vibrate on a high frequency. So you have just like people in this world, you have items that vibrate at lower frequencies. and aren't necessarily going to help you in you raising yours. But these crystals, they absolutely do and can, and their vibrations are so high, they help with, actually, some people use these crystals to communicate with spirit. So they will have specific crystals that they use to help so that the spirit can come in and use the vibrations of the crystals to communicate with them and receive messages. So again, so many different crystals out there and so many different reasons why you can use them. But we'll cover some of them here. There are actually a number of psychics who do use it in that manner. I have tried using amethyst to or while channeling, but I honestly didn't feel any difference when I was channeling with it. So I only used it a couple of times and then I just stopped. But but I do feel it, like the vibration in it. I can feel that energy, and I can tell you this: I started to feel the energy in them after I took the Reiki class. That's when I started to feel energy more. It was right after that, and prior to, it was a little bit more difficult for me too. But either way, after Reiki, I was able to feel these crystals and feel the vibration that they flow. Now, I'll tell you another thing. If you're looking to open up your third eye, crystals are awesome. So I use labradorite and amethyst for my third eye, and I literally will buy an amethyst crystal or a labradorite one, and I have multiple of both. And what I will do is, while in a meditative state, I will literally put the crystal onto my third eye, and the the experiences that I have had with both amethyst and labradorite while meditating with these crystals on my third eye are pretty impressive. Like, literally, with my eyes closed and no lights on in the room, but this labradorite crystal and amethyst on my third eye, it literally looked like there was this blue light that was shining in my face. That's how intense the light was. So, Um, those are two crystals that I absolutely recommend if you're looking for your third eye activation. I know those two help, but there are others too. So do your research. Look for other crystals. And as I said, go to the store and see what talks to you. See what resonates with you and then use that. And start to even build a collection. Now, the clear quartz, I do not use that often, to be honest with you. I have several clear quartz crystals, but I don't use them very often. They are, though, I will tell you, kind of like the jackknife of crystals. They are used in a multitude of ways, and I encourage you to give these different crystals a shot in whatever way you want to try to use them. Um, it's helpful. And I will tell you another thing that I really enjoy with the crystals, and that is the fact that you can, they are reminders. So anytime you, like, okay, so jewelry is another aspect that I wanted to talk about tonight. And crystals, there are a lot of crystals that you can put into jewelry and buy jewelry that has these crystals in it. I wear labradorite and tiger's eye around my neck. Well, labradorite also is a channeling crystal that helps with channeling. The vibration resonates more with that channeling. So that's one that I wear around my neck all the time. And part of the thing that I really like about the jewelry aspect of crystals is that they serve as constant reminders that you can meditate, that you can use these crystals to raise your vibration in some way, shape, or form. Because as we're going through the day, it is sometimes difficult to remember, oh my gosh, I forgot to meditate today. Or if you're wearing the crystal around your wrist, if you're having a rough day and you happen to look down and you see it, immediately that serves as a reminder, oh my gosh, I can take my steps to raise my vibration. What do I need to do right now? It's a reminder. What do I need to do to raise my vibration right now? That's actually a very good component of crystals and everything we're going to talk about today. I have a so I have a little desk by my bed that is filled with crystals, essential oils, and um, a diffuser. And every day that I walk into my room, whether it be to get changed or to get dressed or whatever, I see this. And it immediately reminds me, okay, I have to meditate and or I can do something else to begin to raise my vibration. And it's so helpful. Like I also have signs. So I have a sign that says faith, and I have statues of Anubis, Archangel Michael, and an eagle and a hawk right there on my desk. Now, this is what you would call like a shrine. And this shrine is dedicated to reminding me of my um, desire to meditate and to consistently be of a high vibration. So when I go to bed at night, it's right there in my face telling me. When I wake up in the morning, it's telling me. And when I put on I wear these necklaces of tiger's eye and labradorite, they help me. They remind me, okay, these are all so these are all reminders. And then I have these signs and statues so like on my bureau, I have a sign that says faith. In my car, when I go to my car, I have a little, um, it's a little, what do you call it? Like, uh, well, you put it on a Christmas tree. I forget the, I forget what I forget what you call it right now. Either way, you guys get it. You put it on the Christmas tree. Well, it's an angel, and that angel has a message on it, like anybody that walks in God's light will never be lost. These serve as reminders to me to always as much as I can be of high vibration, to always choose high vibration. And no matter where I go, whether it be in my house, in my car, or around my wrist or my neck, I have this reminder that is telling me to be the best version of myself. And I absolutely recommend them. Definitely they are helpful, always reminding me. So Oh, I don't think this podcast is going to be very long because I'm not going to go into too many of these crystals and oils. I'm simply letting you know what I use them for and what you could use them for, but I'm not going to get into each specific one. I'll tell you a couple that I have and what I use them for, but that's it. Only because there are just so many of them. It's just too much to cover in the short amount of time that we have. So, we covered the crystals, and I told you the ones that I have, and I told you why I have them as reminders. And each crystal can be used, like the tiger's eye. Okay, tiger's eye is serves as a reminder of focus. So when you go to these crystal stores, look at these meanings of each crystal. And when you find the meaning, now you can put meaning, your own meaning, into any crystal you have. Like just because the paper at the crystal store says tiger's eye is focus doesn't necessarily mean that's what it has to mean to you. It can mean whatever you want as long as you set your intent and that now crystal or whatever it is you buy serves to remind you of that intent. So now I do use the tiger's eye as a reminder of focus, but the third eye is a reminder of high vibration. Now, I've never seen a sign about labradorite that says, hey, this is a reminder of high vibration. Doesn't matter though, because you can set your own intent. And that's the beauty of this. You develop your own message, you develop your own way of having these things talk to you. You know, you don't have to necessarily follow what someone else says. And that's the beauty of this whole process. Like each of us has our own way of doing things, and that's totally, totally fine. There is no wrong. So be patient with yourself, and don't think that you have to subscribe to a particular set of rituals or methods or thought processes. You don't. You be you, and embrace who you are. Um, in a sense that physically we are all different, even though collectively we are all the same. Physically we're different, and our paths are different. Our paths are different. Embrace that. And these crystals, you can begin to use them to help you with that. And you can take these crystals anywhere you want. Oh, here's another one: Himalayan salt lamp. I used to keep a Himalayan salt lamp in work with an oil diffuser. Now, this is the one aspect about crystals that I really want to get out there, and that is the importance of cleaning them. Now, I don't care what else you do with it, cleaning it, I have found to be extremely helpful in the sense that as as these crystals are in a location, especially if it is a negative spot, then these crystals absorb energy. And if it absorbs too much energy, then you're going to diminish its effectiveness. Now, the intent will always be there, but the vibration of the crystal itself will not be. So if you continue to bombard this thing with negativity in a negative environment, like say you have it in work, like I used to do, and this work was a very negative location, it actually started to develop black spots on it. Now, I knew right away that it's collecting the negativity from the atmosphere in these environments, right? So what you do is now each crystal has its own way of cleaning, but honestly, I do the same thing with all of mine. I take it outside and I leave it outside for a week in the sun, in the snow, in at night. I leave it completely outside for I don't touch it for a week. I put it outside and I do try to put it into a spot in the yard that it will get a lot of sun because they say you should keep it in the sunlight for at least 4 hours to really give it a good cleanse, but I keep it there for an entire week and really let it begin to absorb the sunlight, the moonlight, the energy that is in outside. You could even put it like right on top of the grass or dirt. I've done that many times, and this really allows it to cleanse itself and to absorb more of that high vibrational energy that it is so used to having. And I have found that when I do that and then I take it all back in, I'll wash it off in water. That's another thing I'll do. I will sit them in a bathtub with essential oils. So I will take a bath. I'll put essential oils in there with um, salt. And when I do, I'll put all the crystals in there so that they can cleanse in there too. So I'll keep them outside. I'll put them in my bath and definitely have me absorb all that energy and have all the crystals absorb the energy of will cleanse in the water, but then absorb the energy of the essential oils too. And when they work together, it's just beautiful. And you feel that vibration in yourself when you are interacting with them in that manner to help you raise your vibration. When you set that intent, it's going to happen. So clean them. It's very important. I recommend keeping them out there for days to really get a good um, absorption of the energy, of the good energy that it needs, so that it really could clean. And you can take some time to put it in a bathtub or put it in a bowl of water. You could put a little bit of oil in there and let it absorb that energy and then clean in the water. These are all extremely helpful. But crystals are definitely something that I encourage you to take care of and appreciate. So You really get the full its full power as you begin to use them, and they are powerful. That much is true. So the other aspect of crystals, though, is because they vibrate at such a high level, spirit is said to be able to use these crystals to manifest themselves. So I'm sure a lot of you have already heard that when you are when you are a medium, or I'm sorry, when a spirit is trying to manifest, it will actually use your energy to do that. Well, crystals are no different. Spirit is said to be able to use the energy of these crystals to manifest themselves. Now, I'm not saying apparition wise, but I am saying they can use that energy to communicate with us. We already know, as communicated several times by Enoch, that spirit has a difficult time with low vibrational energy and getting its communication across through it. So we already know as well that they use high vibrational energy of other people primarily to get that message across. Well, crystals are no different, and crystals can be used by spirit to get messages across to us. So definitely something to be aware of. Next, on the oils. Now, oils are definitely less there's less maintenance on oil. Obviously, oil, you use it once and you don't have to worry about it ever again. It pretty much maintains its vibration, but it only has that one use and then it's over. Whereas crystals you can use it over and over and over again. You just, as I recommended it, you make sure you re-energize it by putting it in the sun for days. I recommend days to let that absorb again. Oils are different. Now they both vibrate extremely high, and are very useful in getting uh, cleansing and getting that frequency to rise. Now, one thing that I didn't, I did mention crystals. There are crystals that you can use for each different chakra. Okay, oils are no different. There are different oils that you can get that you can use, or mixtures of oils, and there are people like my friend Jackie Miller who sells on Etsy. She actually has a store of oils. Now, if you were to go to Jackie and say, "Hey Jackie, I want to buy an oil for my solar plexus or my heart chakra," she can actually whip you up a concoction of different oils that are designed specifically for each chakra. Now, where this is important is that, as we stated, these oils vibrate extremely high. And when you use them with the intent of raising the vibration of each chakra, of activating it, balancing it, cleaning it, well, it's extremely helpful. Obviously, you're not only using your own energy and your own mind to do this, you are actually incorporating outside tools, which essentially that's what crystals and oils are. They're tools that we can use to help raise these vibrations that we have. And now, with these oils, you can almost wear that as almost like a cologne, where you get these, my like I said, my friend Jackie, she sells them, and you could put it in a roll. She'll put it in a roller for you, and you can roll that on your third eye. You can roll it on each of your chakras, like each one that's designed for that chakra, and it amplifies your intent of opening it, balancing it, cleaning it. And when you do that, it just helps that much more. It's almost like a no-brainer. Now, on the oil side, lavender that's like your jackknife of oils. It's used in so many different areas. I've used lavender oil. Well, here's a huge component of oils and crystals too. They have healing properties. these healing properties are true, and there's no mistaking the the um, the effectiveness of these oils. You can get oils that help with almost every disease or illness that you can possibly think of: earaches, sore throats, congestion in your sinuses, um, stomach aches. There are ones I've actually purchased a few from Jackie on taking care of cuts and sores to help sleep. And then the other one, oh, was simply for calmness. So she whipped up this essential oil remedy with a number of essential oils in it, and it helped with staying calm. It's just, and so there are so many different ways that you can use these oils, but all are to help heal, protect, and raise our vibration. Lavender is a huge one that's used in so many different in so many different mixtures and in so many different ways. I use lavender to help with migraine headaches. So I took some lavender oil and got from my friend Jackie, put it into uh, salt, and turned on the bath, and it helped my migraine so much, and I felt so much better after the fact. My mom uses essential oils to keep in the summertime to keep mosquitoes away. I forget the one. I think it's lemon that she uses for that. I don't know, but my friend Jackie knows. And I'll tell you what, if you want to get in touch with Jackie, send me an email. Go to my website, openenergy.com, send me an email, and I will send you her email or find a way to get in touch with her. I'll help you. But Jackie can help you. She knows her stuff. She's good. She uses these essential oils all the time. Is always running diffusers, always setting up concoctions to help with mindfulness and calming and relaxation. So she's your girl, and I can help you. Get in touch with her. Just shoot me an email. So anyway, yeah, but these oils are so beneficial and help you in so many different ways. There seriously are books written on all the uses of essential oils, and there are some that you can even that you can even like. I I don't, you can drink. I don't want to say like full on take a guzzle off, but that you can mix in food to even help. And again, these are all just helping you be mindful of your vibration, of your intent on what you want to do with it, and to help you remind yourself that you can raise your vibration. And these are all tools to help you with that. The oils, the crystals, the jewelry, the different messages that you put up, they are all just there to help augment the process of raising your vibration, to help cultivate it in some way or remind you in some way that you can do it, you are doing it, and that it needs to be done when you're in the ascension process. So, all good stuff. Love the essential oils, love the crystals, and I always encourage using them. So, um, like I said, this is not going to be a long podcast because I don't want to get into all of the different ones that there are. There are just so many of them. But I will tell you on the oil front, the ones that I use the most, this is this is outside of the ones that or I go to Jackie for all my essential oils, but these are ones that I use that are not in pre-made concoctions that I buy from her. But like lavender is one that I use a lot. Um I just had orange in my diffuser the other day, but lavender is really. Oh, eucalyptus and tea tree are also some of the ones that I use a lot of. And as I stated before, there are individual oils that can be used on different chakras or different, or like say you want to open your third eye. So there are essential oils that you can use that you can put onto your third eye that help you with that. And actually, you know what, now that I'm thinking about it, I totally forgot there was, oh, what did I use on that? I'll have to write this. Patchouli. That's what I used. I used patchouli on my third eye, and so I had, from Jackie, the roller and all, and she put it all together for me, and I would rub this on my third eye every single day, and I'll tell you what, my third eye started to open up pretty amazingly. The other one, eucalyptus. Eucalyptus was another one that I put on my third eye. Also very effective. Very effective, actually. When I first started to use the eucalyptus, um, that first night that I put it on, I started to see stuff in my third eye. Now, I have turned other people onto that idea already. They have not had similar experiences that I have. However, just letting you know, my experience was that it's possible that you could, but either way, it can and will help you if that's what you intend for it. Your intent is extremely important. Anyway, with that said, I gave you a few. If you want to get in touch with Jackie, shoot me an email, chris@opentoenergy.com. Let me know that you want to get in touch with her. I'll send you her information or send you her Etsy page. You could buy your essential oils from her. She could definitely hook you up. She's good. She knows her stuff. And if you want any crystals, I do know I actually have a friend of mine that sells crystals too. So if you're looking for crystals, shoot me an email, chris@opentoenergy.com. I have a friend of mine, Poonam. She can get you some crystals, and yeah, definitely I can put you in some places to get you to get you whatever you need. And if you're looking for specific for like a specific crystal for a specific like third eye opening or a solar plexus, root chakra, whatever, um we can certainly hook you up with that. Both Jackie and Jackie on the oils, Poonam on the crystals, we can certainly help you with that. Which is another aspect of this. Like the chakras are important, and if you're looking to balance them or open them, the crystals and the oils both can be used to help in that area, and they are very effective. I recommend them. So I'm really giving you guys a lot of tips here on 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 the effectiveness of some of these tools, like the crystals, like the oils, and the lava rocks, the jewelry, what they're used for. The jewelry helps with reminders and serving purposes, and also does help in the overall just keeping the high vibration close to your body so that your body can and feel these vibrations, because your body does absorb energy. Know it or not, it does. And there's a lot of negativity that we are faced with on a daily basis. These crystals and oils, if we begin to wear them, help with trying to maintain higher vibrations. So something to be mindful of. All right. Now, with that, I will go ahead and take a moment to begin to channel for you guys, and let's see what happens. But as always, I appreciate you immensely. Just going to take a moment to clear my mind. My children, Enoch speaking. Beautiful is the mind at this time that we are coming forth with the inspirational message of the tools that can be used by the humans, you humans, on this plane. For their effectiveness is great if you intend for it to be. For the intentions, as Christopher has stated, are extremely important and vital to the effectiveness of the tools used. For each tool can be used in a different variety of manners, ways. However, it is through the intent that the effectiveness is conclusive. For if you go into or use a tool with a low vibrational thought process, then this tool shall then be used as a low vibrational tool to lower your vibrational mindset, and vice versa. If it is filled with love, light, and good intent, the intent shall then be to raise in vibration and thus will. But intent is truly important, and we encourage it to be of high vibrational always, my children. And we are grateful for this message. For this channeling podcast this evening is one of divine guidance, as always, and our aptitude for instruction on the tools set is one of completion. For we have channeled much through Christopher this evening and are grateful for the communication that has come forth to this point. At this time, we encourage you to do research on your own crystals and the effectiveness or importance that they could potentially have to you. However, each crystal is different and carries a different frequency, and this is important to understand. The frequency, my children, is where it is. Mixed with your intent, the frequency is the next greatest aspect of these tools. For the frequency, if low, will not be very effective in its helpness to you. However, if the frequency is of the higher nature, with which many crystals and oils are, however, there are low vibrational crystals and oils that we encourage you not to use or not to rely on. However, if the research is done, you will find easily enough the effectiveness of each crystal and what you could potentially use it for. However, as stated earlier, the effectiveness of the crystal, as long as high vibrational, will help you regardless of what it is specifically said or intended for on whatever research article you find, my children. The intent that you carry with the high frequency vibration of the tool is a combined effectiveness that will help ultimately. Rest not on the idea that it is needed, though. It is important to understand that these are just tools and can be used in addition to your own intent, but not necessarily needed. We encourage you to understand the difference in what is being stated here. These tools are not absolutely needed. They are simply tools designed to help in the raising, but their effectiveness is true, and the potential that they carry is great. For should you choose not to use them, this is okay. However, they can be used to increase vibration and frequency at a much greater rate and a much greater understanding, vibration within your body. With this message, we are truly grateful for your attentiveness this evening. As always, we thank you very much. We love you all. Enoch speaking, and good night. Well, alrighty then. Whew. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate you all. I love you all very much. And I really do not say I love you like I truly mean that. I mean I love you with every bone in my body. So, yeah. Oh, one last thing before I go. I am so there you guys know I quit my job. I am doing this full time, but I am looking at something right now. Something has come up with me that I might actually follow, and I will be in contact with. I'll let you guys know. I'll keep you posted on this process. But I will tell you what, if there is nothing else that I have learned as a result of all of this that I've done here, it is the importance or the effectiveness of these crystals, these oils, the intent that I have, and setting up routines before I need them. Like that, I cannot tell you or stress to you enough how how amazingly helpful that has been. That I have set up these meditations, routines using these crystals, using these oils. I've already had these routines set up. And when I left the job with all the pressure that that could come, it is all these years that I have been doing all this stuff that has gotten me to a point where I can go into this and be way more calm and way more in the moment. Whereas if I didn't do this before, I would be losing my mind right now because, yeah, obviously things are slow. I'm just starting out. So, well, starting out in a sense. But anyway, it's important that you guys start a routine of really beginning to raise your vibrations, to meditate as much as you can, to work out your mind, and to use these tools as the effective tools that they are. I thank you all. I hope you enjoy your night. I appreciate you guys listening this evening. I love you. Take care. Good night.